The video you're about to watch was recorded when I was doing a content marketing brainstorming session. And this process, the process you are going to see next, is how we come up with content that is helpful to the audience and helpful to the business without using Google Trends, Google Keywords, or Google suggested searches. Here is a quick way, a framework that you can utilize to come up with good content that will help your business and will help your audience. Remember, before you go to the video to watch, if you like the video, if you like this content, you can let me know by hitting the like button and also sharing the video with a friend. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed already. With that said, enjoy the video.
All right. So literally, what I want to do is I either want to do 30, 60, or 90.
90 days or what? You said 90?
So the 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months.
3 months of content. Okay.
Content,
okay.
right?
Okay.
So for me to have 3 months of content, I'll be set up. You know? So would it be better to do 30 days, to do 60 days, or to do 90 days?
No, obviously 90 days is better. You have way more in the buffer. However, let's talk about how can you realistically produce 30 days of content, 60 days of content, or 90? And are you going to tell me that you're not going to start sharing until you have 90 days in the bucket? Or are you going to shoot for 30, build the momentum until you have the 90 days? What's the strategy behind it? So if you're asking me, I say, let's do 1 full day video shoot, create as much content as possible, based on the strategy that you want. So first of all, you got to know the strategy, like how often are you going to share the content? Where are you going to share the content? Let's say if it's YouTube, then fine, we just record the videos for YouTube. If it's YouTube, Facebook and Instagram, then it's a different. So once you have that down, and let's say that we record a full day and you record 30 pieces of content, now you know that for a fact that you can produce 30 pieces of content in 1 day. So my suggestion will be, because you want to get to the 90 days, then it will be, okay, let's do 1 in September now. Let's do 1 video shoot. So you start sharing so you can start gaining momentum. Mm-hmm. And next week or the week after, we do another one. So if you know you have 30 more days, now you start building 15 weeks in the bucket, and you start building until you get to the 90 days ahead of time.
All right. So we have October, right? Mm-hmm. November, and December.
Okay.
All right. So the biggest time of year is January.
Yes.
Everybody wants to get fit in January.
Yes.
So I'm a step behind if I'm here promoting my fitness stuff.
100% agree.
And then I know everybody's a step ahead.
Yes.
I'm tired of watching Gary Vee, all these people, and I got mad love from them, but what are they doing?
Yes.
You know what I mean? I believe in myself. I know I can make it happen. So when January comes around, I need to start marketing now.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then I have stretching.
Okay.
Which is my niche.
Okay.
Which is because most people don't stretch.
Okay.
And I truly believe that that's the number one most underestimated thing in any bit of fitness.
Okay.
Because most people, when you think of the word yoga, it's weird.
Yes.
Okay. It's awkward. Plus, it's hard. Men don't like to do it. Yes. It's like a women's thing. Me, I like to wear tight pants. I don't care. I'm all about it.
See.
But most people get intimidated by yoga, meditation, even though it's so powerful.
So you want to brainstorm content right now? That's what you want to do?
I guess so.
Okay. you got me on that one. Okay. Right. So, question number 1. How would you capture somebody that doesn't know who you are, doesn't know that they should stretch? How do you capture their attention? How would you capture their attention? What would you say? If you don't know, if you don't know, I'm not aware that I need stretching.
Okay.
I'm not aware that I have a pain. What would you say to me?
So the first thing I would say is, let me ask you this. Do you have any lower back pain at all? Is there any bit do you feel that your lower back?
If I say no.
If you say no, you say you have no lower back pain?
Yeah.
Okay, can you touch your toes? Okay, good. Do you have any problem running? Can you run longer than half a mile?
Yes.
You can run longer than a half a mile.
Yes.
Okay, you're ahead of the game.
Okay.
Are you on any medication?
No.
You're on no medication.
No medication.
Okay. Are you doing any fitness? You're doing any weight training?
Once every blue moon.
Once every blue moon.
Yeah.
So you have good flexibility, good range of motion. So for you, you would want to do more weight training. And when you're doing weight training, what happens? Your muscles get tight and you walk around like this. This is what guys, they look like this. And everybody's like, oh, that guy's on steroids, he's blah, blah, blah. But the problem is here, right? His muscles not coming all the way down.
So here's my suggestion. I think we're making it too complicated. So,
Okay.
question number 1, blast it up. Do you stretch on the daily basis? Simple, yes or no, binary question. You don't go with complicated.
What's binary mean?
A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, yes or no.
Okay.
So do you stretch? Yes or no? Second pose. Here's why I stretch. Third pose. This is what the benefit. This is what my clients are gained from stretching.
Okay. So do you stretch? Here's why you should stretch.
Would you stretch? Is
Do you stretch the first one?
yes, yes or no?
Okay. And this is like the quiz, right?
Yeah.
So pop in the quiz, and I know
And
that. Okay.
we can get ninja with who like and who engage and all that, but let's keep it basic.
Okay.
Do you stretch? Yes or no? You already start creating engagement. You already can engage on the one-on-one and battle the jabs and hooks and all that.
Okay.
Second question will be this is why I stretch. Because you already can prove the results. Then you want to position yourself as that you already provide results to somebody. So
Testimonial.
So like this is a benefit that Angel got from a simple exercise that I taught him to stretch every day. Oh, by the way, you want to learn the exercise? Fourth pole. This is a simple stretch that you can do every day. Do you have a specific need? Contact me.
Okay.
Boom.
Gotcha.
The sale. But you see the sequence. If you start blasting out of the gate, like you have to stretch, you might disconnect with a lot of people. So it would be, do you? And yeah. Or I know it hurts, and then depending on their answer, because a lot of people are not going to comment just yes or no. I used to, but I and this and that, and then that's the following post. So all those answers that are telling you, they're giving you, you need to be writing them down so you can actually use that in the second session to start creating more posts. Because then you go back. See, if I say, it just felt weird. It just felt weird every time I stretch. It just felt weird. Okay, so guess what? Post in the second session will be, look, I know stretching might feel weird.
Okay.
But this is why you want to do it, and this is how you can get over this.
So it's awkward. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
And, so not to interrupt, but most people, okay, don't stretch because they don't know how to.
Okay.
The awareness of it.
So before you tell them how to,
but you still need to talk about, do you stretch?
I will. The reason I like to I ask a simple question is because I can quickly identify who in my followers I can direct the question, and I can put most of my attention.
Okay.
So that's the number one question.
So that's your target.
Yeah, that's why. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the 7,000 people that follow me on Facebook. It's about Cody.
Okay.
So if you're giving me your time, I'm going to give you my time, and I'm going to engage with you. If the other ones would just want to follow on and like and share, that's fine. But if you engage and you ask me questions, I'm going to take my time to answer your questions. So another one will be that you can throw in the mix. So you come up with the first week of content Monday to Friday. You got one question. You have.
This is why I stretch.
Yeah. So
this is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot.
This is why I stretch. This is the result that Angel got from stretching using an exercise that I shared with him, and then it will be a simple exercise with a call to value. So all these ones are call to value, and then on Friday a call to action.
What's call to value?
So call to value is completely different to call to action. So a lot of people, call to value will be me telling you, do this exercise because it's going to change your life. Good, because it's going to eliminate your pain. a call to value instead of click here to download this.
Yeah.
Because you want to gain more. Give them call to value, position yourself, and then I'm sharing that.
No, it's all whatever, dude.
I'm sharing that secret.
Whatever, dude.
I haven't shared that with anybody yet publicly. But
Gary V was sharing all the secrets.
so call to value, it works best, especially when the person is in the unaware that they have a problem, but they haven't identified a solution. It's also great when they're still shopping around
Gotcha.
and stacking you against the competition.
I get it.
So that's call to value because everybody wants to close the deal right away,
Yeah.
but you have their best interest in mind.
So this is a big thing.
Okay.
So I know everybody that works out, and the weight loss and everything, and everybody's like, well, you weren't fat, and you're ripped.
Yeah.
You've always been ripped. You're in shape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So here's the thing about me is I'm not flexible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm literally I'm just starting to be able to come and touch my toes. That's why I'm doing this, because literally I was pounding weights my whole life and I'm freaking hurting. It's not that I don't want to work out anymore.
Who should stretch?
Who should stretch? Every single person that lifts weights should stretch. So the number one thing is people that should stretch is people that work out.
What happens if I don't work out?
What happens if you don't work out? Well, if you don't work out, you're not going to look, good. How do you feel about yourself?
I feel amazing.
You feel amazing?
Yeah.
Well, good for you, man.
Okay.
You look great.
I know that I know that I need to lose a little bit of weight, and I'm self-conscious about this. That it bothers me? No, but I want to lose it. However, but let's go back to
First, we'll even go to that. I always say this: why should you exercise? And you don't have to just lift weights, but to just live a healthy life.
Definitely, 100%.
Simple as that. But for people that should stretch, the biggest things about people that I really feel is the most important is people that work out, that bodybuilds.
Okay.
They do the same thing all the time. They go to the gym. Okay. They lift weights. They do a little bit of crunches, and then they'll hit the treadmill when they have to compete.
So let's stay focused.
Yep.
Content. What's the myth of stretching? What's a myth surrounding stretching? What about cold stretching?
Okay.
Hot versus warm?
Okay.
That's another piece of content.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So you should never stretch before you work out. You should do dynamic stretch. So this is your stretching. This is a warm up.
Okay.
That's your stretching. Don't hold and stretch. The hold and stretch, static stretching, that's at the end of the workout.
That's right there.
That's so important. So
we're already jumping to next week.
Yeah, so the basic fundamentals of stretching is, here.
It's all okay.
That's all good. So your warm up,
Yeah.
okay? The warm up is, we can erase this a little bit. I'm gonna get back to it, but, so everybody's, should I stretch first? When should I stretch? You always warm up. Everybody jumps right into the gym. I see all of my friends, they never want to do abs. They never want to hit the treadmill. They want to just go and do bench press. They want to go and do this. And they see me, I'm doing my extensions, doing all the booty workouts because I want to look good all around. And I feel good about that. They don't want to do the little things. But I am confident with my masculinity to do that.
Yes.
So the warm up is first. So you always start with the warm up. So, and my thing's not working right now. So warm up is first, okay? But that's a stretching. So that's dynamic stretching.
Mm-hmm.
This is stretching.
Yeah.
Okay? So you have to warm up. You don't just go with this right here. You actually, when you do that cold, you're more likely to get injured.
Yeah. Okay. So right there.
That's so important.
So the idea will be that once you list all these topics, potential topics,
Mm-hmm.
before we start recording, not mandatory, but it will help you, is to organize them into some type of logical sequence.
Yeah, PNF, all these dynamic.
Meaning, thinking about the stages. Like, for example, and the customer acquisition is the person doesn't know that they have a problem. I got back pains, but I don't know it's caused by lack of stretching. For example, now you brought that into their radar. Now they are aware, but they haven't identified a solution or they don't know what to do. So that's the second step. Now that they know what to do, whether they buy your program or they hire you personally, then that's the next piece of content. When it comes to content, social media, that's what my suggestion will be. And then you pitch it. You can do you can phrase it in a way that you can do week-long launches, mini launches, mini product service launches every week. Monday will be the launch. You prime them, so problem, agitate, solution, and then you provide the value. So, you got back pains. It's probably because you're not stretching.
Yep.
And then Tuesday, if you don't keep stretching, you're also gonna have X, Y, Z. So you need to stress. Then it's stretch, and then it's gonna be like, you know what? This is what literally you should be doing.
Yep.
And then, you want me to help you? Let's jump on a call.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah, and then obviously it promotes weight loss. That's what people don't realize. If you have tight hip flexors, which so many people I know, they have literally tight hip flexors. That's why they want to run. I know why they don't want to run. It's because they're so tight. Mm-hmm. And I'm literally aligning my body because I want to live a healthier life.
So here's another thing that I would suggest you and everybody does. Forget about the 7 tips or the 10 tips. What is the one thing that I can do right now today that will will help me?
With stretch?
Yeah, for example.
Child's pose. Child's pose is a basic yoga pose that literally is the best pose that you can possibly do that is going to stretch out your lower back. That pose right there, most people when they do it, and you wouldn't be able to see it, literally when they do it, I'm telling you, and I'm still working on it. And literally, and that's how vulnerable, I don't care.
What is it?
It's literally what the child's pose is. You can probably adjust this camera too. And I don't even know because I haven't even seen myself do it. This is a child's pose. So literally, you come down, and then your butt is supposed to touch your heels. Okay? And I don't know if I'm laying back. What I'll do is I'll come back and then come down here. And I can feel literally everything.
For how long?
You always want to stretch for a minimum of 30 seconds is what they say. The best stretching.
Who's they say? What Cody says.
No, literally, everything that I've read. But for me, it's all feeling.
Okay.
Everything is feeling. But you want to do a minimum of, I would say, 30 seconds.
Okay.
And for me, it gets into a meditative state.
So, have you shared that child pose online?
Not yet, man. I'm dropping it like it's hot son. Child's pose is a basic pose for yoga.
You're getting the framework. So
that's one aspect, but this is the big.
Let me take it over.
Take it over, bro.
So
take it over, Pippin.
Okay. So you wanted to do 90 days of content, but you erased all that. I know you're gonna go back. So
I might.
Okay, so let's list the problems for lack of stretching. What problem? If I don't stretch, what are the problems?
But before we even go here, this is the main thing. It's this.
Oh, yeah. I know you want to tackle that.
But I mean that's literally to me the epidemic of the world. But you know we can get back at that.
I 100% agree, and my wife will agree with you as well. This side, no, this side.
Yeah, that side.
However,
side.
This one, right?
This side.
So, however, let's assume that you don't know if that person is on painkillers yet until they identify. So, let's go. We don't take assumptions yet. So, what is the problems of not stretching? What not stretching can cause?
What can not stretching? What can happen?
If I don't stretch, what are some potential problems that I will develop or will have because of lack of stretching?
Lower back pain, number one.
What else?
Rounded shoulders.
What else?
Weight gain.
What else?
It's going to affect your cognitive functions. All that lactic, your brain. All of that lactic acid and
I can't spell that. Well, it's going to affect
lactic acid. Cognitive. Yeah, cognitive function. Cognitive function is your brain.
And then you said what else?
What's this? Lower back pain, rounded shoulders, weight, cognitive functions. What else? I said? Oh, most people. What is most people? They say all the time. I have sciatic pain. I have sciatic nerve. Right? Your sciatica. Everybody's like, oh, I have sciatic.
I don't know how to write it, but sciatic pain.
We'll look at sciatic pain.
Okay.
Guess what that is?
What?
Most of the time, unless it's tingling all down your leg, it's your piriformis. Your piriformis is a muscle. So you have your sacrum and to your hip. That's a muscle right there. Literally, there's a stretch. Most people don't have sciatic pain, but everything is, I have sciatic pain.
So, what is... So I have lower pain if
restriction in any type of exercise.
So I have, okay.
That's the number one thing.
Movement restriction?
Yep. Can't get out of bed. Breathing. All of this is because you're not stretching. No range of motion. Sleeping. How many people can't sleep? I can't sleep. Because you're so tight and they don't even realize this. This is something they don't even understand. Okay. All of this.
But it's not their job. It's your job to communicate. So let's start with. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I think we can fill this out. But let's stop there.
Okay.
So if I don't stretch, I can have lower back pain.
You're more than likely to have lower back pain if you don't stretch.
Okay, so if I have lower back pain and I don't continue, I don't stretch, what is gonna cause? What's the problem of having lower back pain?
What's the problem with lower back pain?
Yeah.
You honestly, you won't be, so you can be in a wheelchair. You're not gonna be able to play with your children. You're going to gain weight. All of this comes back to the same factor of no energy. I can't do this.
Okay.
And it's always comes back to that. That's really what it comes
down
to.
So I'm giving you a quick brainstorming exercise. The problem is not that I'm not stretching. My problem is that I have lower back pain.
Yep.
So you have lower back. Do you suffer from lower back? I'm curious. Do you suffer from lower back pain? Yes or no?
Good question. Cool.
Okay. And tomorrow, I noticed that people that with lower back pains don't get to enjoy life. They gain weight.
Yep.
And you want to start something that you want to do. Start stretching.
Yep.
You introduce the solution, but you don't give the how. You need to what to do, not the how. Okay. So typically in marketing, a lot of people, there are two schools of thoughts. And
injury prevention, put that down. So a lot of the time, injury prevention, this is what I see a lot. Okay, January's coming around, all right? Every single person is going to start hitting the gym, right?
Yeah.
And then what do they do?
So
that's why
So here's what we're gonna do. So, and this is for you to brainstorm later. I'm not gonna do it today, but you want to have three products to start with. Whether it's your free one or trip offer, which is the $10 impulse item, and then group or what comes after that, the logical, and then the ultimate, whether it's time with you or it's mastermind. The idea is that anything that when you rack and stack and you sort, they fall in a magical place. Like, okay, you can do these for free now and to get you better. However, eventually if you do this, you're gonna feel even bit better. If you want to take it to the next level, you do these. It doesn't mean that these don't work. It means this solves your problem. This solves a problem. You want to take it to the next level. This one complements this one, and this one complements this. They're not they don't replace. The person who buys these will not feel trick or feel bad because they already either bought or tried this one, they will feel even better. So it's the upsell. So lower back pain, and this is your message. And then what is one? The child pose, for example.
Yeah, child's pose. Child's pose, pigeon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
there's a few basics.
So the problem, you agitate the solution.
Okay.
So just go through that exercise, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days of content.